I did a sticker thing for the 150. Well, we'll figure that out later. Hello. Hello, Fuzzy. We're gonna be speaking today. I did not finish this. This is absolutely not finished. And I'm probably actually going to completely remake it. But I figured that, with it being probably remade imminently, I figured I would, let y'all behold all that good stuff. But yes. Hi, hello to Frost, and to Dragoon, and to Fuzzy. Happy early birthday, Dragoon. And hi, hello to Capioji, and to Werewolf, and to Nudes, and to Angie, and to anyone else that might be lurking. Today, we are going to do, some affirmations ASMR. I don't do ASMR. I don't listen to ASMR. Like, I'm the worst person to do this. However, I wanted to have something that I could throw at my friends and tell them, hey, you're awesome. And if you're having a bad day, you listen to this because you're awesome. Hello, fish. Yeah, so, we'll see. I have no idea how long this is going to be. I'm not really sure. We're getting some light, we're getting our light background cicadas and crickets and stuff, because I enjoy them. But let's think. Let's see. Also, if there's anything, that anyone in chat would like to hear, be said nicely to you, this is a day where you can request for those things. All right. So I'm just gonna start off with what I have written down here. Your friends, the people that you hang out with, they like you. They want to hang out with you. Those people that you spend time with, they genuinely appreciate that you're there, and they miss you when you're not. Nobody is forcing themselves to be around you. They just want to be there. We have not yet done classic good girl, good boy, good creature, good bug, good, good artist, good streamer, good mod, all those lovely things. Good Mill Mouse, look at you. Such a good little Mill Mouse. Such a good little Twitch chatter. Something personal. You are a great chatter just for being here. Whether you say anything or not. If you've been around, you're appreciated. Being authentically yourself is better than being perfect. Sometimes we try really hard to be excellent, to be amazing, to be impressive. But, you know, if you're sacrificing who you are on the way to that, it ain't worth it. Best version of you is the version that's the most you. It's okay to be the guy that reaches out first to spend time with a friend. Just remember, there's a cat in the back of the room. Hello, Knife, and hello, Cloak. Thank you for the sickness. Yes. Something only a little new. No, I'm gonna remake it. Oh no! My head pat doesn't match where I'm at. Oh no. Oh no. Now let's move that a little bit. Ah. Yes, hi, hello. Ah. You know, out there, this next bit might be a little ironic considering that I am literally streaming, but you know, when you're just moving about your daily life, there's no audience to impress, no people to please, no applause to chase. You can do everything for yourself. Stop comparing your journey to others and move at your own pace. If you make sure that the audience you're impressing is yourself, then you have nothing to worry about. Hey, are y'all aware? You look great today. I really like the way that your socks and shirt go together. Yeah, okay. The peanut gallery. Game over. We died. Oh no, restart. I was like, oh no, I'm in front of the game over. I die. Hello, Ginger. But hey, even if you have a peanut gallery of headmates, like, let's be real here. They are They are still theoretically, your headmates are on your same team. And that's the only team you need to impress. That's the only team you need to appeal to. Let's see. To those people, those folks out there who make stuff, might feel like, oh no, my art, my sewing, my food, like whatever. It's not great. Your creations make people happy. Even when they look like complete ass. And normally that's a rude thing to say, because people who are being nice, who are being polite, well, they don't say that stuff looks bad. They just say, oh, it looks great, I love it. Your goldfish drawing with tits is fantastic, even if it's ass. Especially if it's ass. I've said this before, but if you're drawing things and they look like garbage, that is so much more special than being able to actually execute, because that means that despite having the same vision, the same creativity as someone with different or more skill, you're still doing it anyway. Just for the love of the game, just to get it out of your head, just to get it onto paper. Every day, I am blown away at how much love and soul is stored in the newbie art. And I love it a lot. So, if anyone else can't see that, they're an idiot. Because, like I said, your creations make people happy. You there, out there in the audience, sitting there, you go, who, me? Yeah, you. You are inspiring, even on your worst days. You do good. You do good work out there. Hello, everyone. Also, hello, Arma. I don't think I explicitly said hello. I just referenced you. The passion and the dedication that you put into your interests, it's noticed and it's appreciated. And in fact, it's probably why the people that you spend time with genuinely enjoy spending time with you. Sometimes they may not remember to express as much, or they may feel too awkward. But even then, people still appreciate you, even when they forget to express it in words. If you worry about whether or not you're appreciated, you can take the time to go say, hey, you're a cool friend. And then at least one person feels more appreciated. And they'll appreciate you in return. Because that's how people work. They're very straightforward. And the ones who don't are buttheads. And they don't deserve to have such an awesome friend like you. That said, you are a regular guy. You can enter a space. You are a regular guy. You can enter a room. You are a regular guy. You can do that transaction. You are a regular guy. You know how to answer the phone. You are a regular guy. You know what sleep is. You are a regular guy. You know how to wake up. You are a regular guy. You know how to move through space. You are a regular guy. You know what it means to be you. Silly quoting aside, you know, you've survived every single day of your life so far. That's not an easy accomplishment. I'm so proud of you for getting this far. And I can't wait to see how far you'll go. Hopefully you'll still be here in my chat, even when I'm an old grandma, an actual hag. So I can see where you've taken your life. And if that happens to be nowhere, that's fine, you're still in my chat. You matter to me. Like, high-key parasocially, but like, also just in a tangible sense. I don't always, well, I mean, I speak about it at length, I suppose, where even if I haven't had the space or bandwidth to befriend everyone TM, I do appreciate the tangible time each and every one of you has taken by being here. It took effort to open a new window in your browser, to click a new tab, type in TWI, and then scroll down to the autofill, or Lord forbid, even typing in the whole URL. I don't want to forget any of that. You know? I always want to remember that y'all are the reason I do this. And you know what? You are that hoe. You are going to serve cunt. It's wonderful. Like I said, your outfit looks real great on you today. Those clothes look so comfortable. Alright, now these next ones, I want you to repeat after me, okay? Some daily affirmations. I am the best person. I am the best at being a person. I am unkillable. I am good at everything. I am protected by divine forces, and I am their favorite. I'm cute. Excellent. Good job. You are the best bitch. And importantly, you are not a bother. You are not a burden. You are not a waste of space. You are not annoying every person you talk to. Your existence matters. Your presence makes a positive difference. I am underprepared. And I wonder if I can go through a particular tag. Yeah, I don't know how to do affirmations. Can we fail at affirmations together? Like, this doesn't really matter. We are all so very small, but we are also still big, Wazzo. We are specks upon a speck upon a speck. But at the same time, that means that we have the ability to make our own meaning. I say that you matter. After all, you are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But for real, like, nothing matters cosmically. But I'm not talking about the cosmic scale. I'm talking about the me scale. Yeah, exactly. Optimistic nihilism. The world will keep on spinning. I use this to motivate feelings of the world may not be kind, but at least not yet anyway. Parentheses, threat. They there's no point in getting lost in how little things how much or how little things matter. We're here experiencing things. And that's what matters. That we have the chance to experience things. And whether that matters or not is irrelevant. We're here anyway. The time will pass regardless. The things that make it easier to surround myself with more than sad things, to talk about how good things can be, take a breath in between those hard moments. That we can be here for each other. And so to that end, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to actually feel your feelings, to word vomit everything on your mind. Hell, even to go to a friend and say, hey, what's on your mind today? And sometimes it'll be good, and sometimes it'll be bad, because people experience the different aspects of life. Hello, Dapper Weasel. I'm waxing poetic about life philosophies with an intent to do some positive affirmations. Yes. This is less a April Fool's joke and more just letting myself feel a little silly. Topically to the idea of asking your friends if they're okay. The antidote to negativity is not positivity, it's warmth. Positivity tells a sad person that there is no reason to be sad. Warmth asks the sad person if they want to go get some ice cream. And I really do my best to be warm for folks. Or, not so warm that the ice cream melts, unless you like melted ice cream. Normal things. I like ice cream that's soft enough to spoon, but not melted. Alright, to the weirdos out there, especially the weirdos that might have grappled with some dark thoughts, You have to stay alive. You're gonna be such a beautiful middle-aged freak. Young freaks will see you in the street and know that things can be okay. Yeah, imagine being on the internet and being a middle-aged freak. Life has so much in it. Do it all. Forever. You don't have to hit an arbitrary life stage and stop doing things that are fun. You might have to add some things like doing stretches so that you stay limber. Alright. People who consider themselves to be self-aware. Important PSA. If you call yourself self-aware, but the only thing you list that you perceive about yourself are your flaws or your faults, if you never acknowledge your strengths and the things that you do right, you're not actually self-aware. You've just repackaged your self-hatred. And it's okay. It's hard to get out of that. A lot of us have practiced very, very hard. We practice a lot to hate ourselves, to be mean to ourselves. And it's okay. You don't have to do that to yourself. A thread that I have read before. A thread that I have read before about growing up is about realizing that people don't inherently dislike you. And it's a bit odd to assume that they do. Hello, Magda. The people that you spend time with, the people that you call your friends, they are people that you are around because of some positive quality about them. If you think that you're going to annoy them, or if you think that you're an inconvenience, or that they hate you and that they think you suck, stop for a moment and consider, is the person you just thought of my Windows tab is just called into the terrarium. Only one? Hi, hello, thank you for the follow. This is not a normal stream content, but I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of nice things to say to people who deserve to hear nice things. So, where was I? The people that you spend time with, the people that you like to be around, and the version of them that is an externalized view of your own self-hatred. Your friends are not your self-hatred. To a certain degree, things like shame or hesitation may serve you, may protect you. But certainly not in every case. And it takes so much energy to hate someone. Most people don't. As I stretch my beings in a way that is sort of existentially a bummer, but also weirdly reassuring. The default is that you don't matter enough to strangers who don't know you. You have not made enough of an impression. You are not part of someone else's main storyline for them to spend the energy on hating you. And when people opt in to spending time with you, well, that just makes it even harder for them to hate you. Now, of course, there's always exceptions, so I will admit that if you are in one of those exceptions, fuck them. They don't deserve you. You are worth being able to exist freely, to exist without the threat of two-faced bitches. That you deserve people who, if they think about you, they either think about you neutrally or positively. No matter how damaged you may feel, no matter how misshapen or wrong you may feel, you are still worthy of being loved. And it's okay to take people at their word when they say that they like you. Begin. Oh, that does sound fun. Last time it was legit. I'll check that out later. Thank you. We're gonna take some wisdom from some butches. Buy lots of denim. Magnetic tip screwdrivers will save your life. Surround yourself with plushies. Make cringe art. Do it scared, but not alone. This goes back to what I was saying a second ago, but good friends won't leave you feeling rough after every interaction. Maybe some interactions, every so often, but not every interaction. Your friends, those people that enjoy hanging out with you, they're everything. Text them, even if you never replied and it's been months. Most people are just going to be happy that you noticed, that you cared enough to ever do a message. I did not witness the NASA launch. It is very cool. You see, they had a Twitch badge for it. That is very cool. Go and get another tattoo. Stretch before and after lifting weights. If you want it, make it happen. You got this. Do your thing, no matter how people react. If you're being true to yourself, it's worth it. Don't be a bootlicker or a sellout. There's enough of those already. Here's a short recap. I swear to God, this is gonna be a rickroll. It sure was. Thanks, Wazoo. Hello, Agathos. I hope you're doing well today. People will still love you, even when you aren't useful. People can also love you when you're useful. There was a guy who went to space and said something along the lines of how it shatters his illusions about the wonders of the universe, entirely because space was just cold and empty and dead and vast. Everything worth marveling at is back down on Earth, here where we are. Isn't it wonderful that we live on a planet full of creatures that love to be pet? Some of them are mammals, and some of them are so wildly different from anything that we could ever experience. I've seen stingrays begging to be pet. It's just, it's beautiful. I want to pet one so badly. They are really cute. I dreamt of it last week. Oh man. Here, after stream, remind me, and I'll see where the closest aquarium with a stingray touch tank is. Because it was in an aquarium. Yeah. Ugh, they're kind of slimy, but like leathery. They're very cute. When I went to the Philippines, I went to, what's it called? Ocean Park. And I got to hand feed some big old stingrays. The touch tanks, they tend to clip their stinger and they tend to be pretty gentle. Nursing sharks and stingrays tend to, especially the ones that are in touch tanks because they're so used to being interacted with. I love them so much. I love fish. I love creatures. We live on a planet where jumping spiders can look you in the eye and be curious about you. Ugh. Ugh. This model is not as expressive as my normal one, but I'm crying inside. Shaking my head. I'm overthinking just reading these. There's compilations of things that I'm considering like rephrasing or whatever, but I'm not good at affirmations. I can just say them out loud and say the things. Like, people are like, that's not realistic. As if the entire universe is not a living miracle beyond our wildest imagination. After all, the sky is really beautiful, and I know that I'm often sad, but there are moments when I fall in love with the world and I adore all the oxygen inside my lungs, and I'm not scared anymore. Sometimes, if life is hard, if continuing to move forward is difficult, I think I pretend to myself that this day, even the shittiest of days, that I had died and asked just to come back for one more day, just to experience living. And it makes me grateful for the aches in my legs, for feeling tired, for being irritated at people. Because it means that I have one more chance to eat something tasty, to wear good shoes. So screw it. I'm gonna appreciate and savor every moment. I'm gonna live my whole life. And sometimes that means that I'll curl up and be sad in a corner. But more often than not, it means I'll keep on trucking. I used to think life would never treat me well, and now I'm like, life is good and bad and hurtful and loving and kind and uncaring and thoughtless and discerning and bountiful and unforgiving and cruel, and holds its arms wide open waiting for me to either lean in or let go. And I get to do that over and over and over again. Once there was a French professor who said, if you just did something like going to the supermarket and experienced it fully without the goggles of habit and categories, you would go crazy with pure sense and joy. I think about that regularly, about experiencing my life through the views, through the lens of a child learning things for the first time, from a tourist new to the area, someone who is awestruck seeing a squirrel. That the curiosity and value that we put on these things is so you can do it with me. You too can experience the world as if you're seeing it for the first time. And things like this are why I insist your friends like you. They wouldn't be your friends if they didn't like you. There are instances where you're going to annoy people, where you're going to upset someone. But more often than not, the people that have spent energy being around you they're gonna be able to tolerate when things aren't perfect. I don't know if there's any other thoughts that I have. Oftentimes, those things that we shy away from, that we consider to be cringeworthy or lame or whatever. Oftentimes, it's not even cringe. It's just personal and unpolished. And we've all been taught to flinch away from vulnerability which doesn't mock itself. You don't need to mock yourself to have value. People still love you, even when you don't contribute a damn thing. You are worth being friends with. My sentences are perfect. There is nothing wrong about the way that I speak. I never make mistakes. And even when I do make mistakes, I'm still loved and valued. You are a regular guy. You can go through a door. Your friends do want to be around you. Your friends still care about you, even after you've annoyed them. Annoying the people you care about is okay. Your friends will still love you, even if you forget their birthday. Even if you leave them on red for weeks at a time. It's never too late to just reach back out. It's never too late to tell someone that you appreciate them. As long as we're all alive and on this weird-ass planet together, we can always spread just a little bit of joy. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that much to really get someone to feel appreciated, to feel warm and fuzzy inside. I've told people that I appreciate their daily morning greeting, that them coming into chat every morning and into a Discord channel and just saying hey is really awesome and really nice of them. The life you're living is not an optimization problem. Some days will be suboptimal. It's okay. You'll have another day. You'll have more waking moments. I know I'm kind of staring into middle distance, trying to think of other things to say and mostly coming up empty. But it's all of that. If you feel like I'm not talking to you, or that, oh, this or that doesn't apply, first off, you're wrong. But more importantly, you have what it takes to be the person that I'm talking to. For better and for worse, because this is meandering and I don't know who I'm, like, what type of person I'm addressing at any particular point. But you're here. And when folks have ended up in this space, well, you're the good folk. You have to be to put up with me. I'm very grateful to be around people that have learned to be a person who's learned. I am so glad that I'm not a teenager anymore. And teenagers that are struggling through being a teenager. It'll get better. You just gotta get out of your caterpillar goop era. And sometimes the goop era will last a little longer. Sometimes you'll regoop, emerging with different wings, different skills. But you're gonna be okay. Your friends, those people who want to be around you, who aren't annoyed by your presence. They don't love the idealized version of you that's in your own head. The person that they love and appreciate is the tangible one that they can experience for themselves. The one, all the insecurities and things that you don't love about yourself. The people that appreciate you appreciate that version of you. Here it is. I was referencing this post that I saw earlier, but it was half remembered and fuzzy. I like to pretend I already died and ask God to send me back to Earth so I can swim in lakes again and see mountains and get my heart broken and love my friends and cry so hard in the bathroom and go grocery shopping 1,000 more times. And that I promised I would never forget the miracle of being here. Beautiful. Existence is beautiful. And you out there are part of that beauty. I don't particularly have a silly, hello toxic industry. We're getting existential. Well, mostly my attempts at doing positive affirmations have spiraled into me realizing that I was underprepared, only having about 30 minutes of things to softly say to the mic. But I'm a bug that can't stream for shorter than 2 hours. Thank you for that, pet. I like full face pets. But I'm scrolling through my aggressive kindness tag on my Tumblr blog and repurposing a lot of the posts here. Like, one of the things that I've kind of been getting at is the idea of romanticizing your life. Like, sometimes it can feel annoying, but if you eat an apple slowly, if you really consciously think about it, you can have one of the best apples of your life that you can You can pay attention to the sweetness and sourness that you can make a big deal out of small things, because everything is so much bigger than us, and we are so much smaller than everything, that why not? Why not make a big deal out of everything? Why not find delight in the way that my computer mouse lights up? The way the chicken tacos have gotten cold on my plate. The softness of my kitty. For anyone who might want to browse through these at their own pace, I have them on my blog. There's pages and pages. This is one that I've been very slowly working on. I'm pretty sure I'm going to completely redraw it. I think I need to remake it shittier than what I was trying to do. And not shittier as in, like, lower quality, but different standards. Because I've overthought this one, and it's overcomplicated, and I need to kill my darlings and just start over. I do really like the hair, though. Being a miscellaneous affirmation, being gross or dirty is not a moral flaw or failing. Sometimes it happens. You're still gross, but, like, that does not speak negatively of your character. Everyone thinks things are gross sometimes. To say nothing is gross rings false. You can be gross and lovable. Grossness is not a failure. Grossness is not a flaw. Gross is not a moral thing. Having things that are dirty or gross or annoying or ugly or bad, those things do not lessen your worth. If you're self-conscious about something, don't worry. I see you. I see the thing that you're self-conscious about. And I want you around anyway. That you're already accepted as you are. Annoying, messy, gross, distant, emotional, whatever it is. If you can live long enough, your soul will build your body into a home. You will live there. You will find a way to be at peace. It's worth the time and worth the work. It may not be the life you dreamed of, but it is still worth living. That basically every problem is temporary. And when it comes to things that you're self-conscious about, it shouldn't be, am I good enough to do it? It's, do I like it enough to be bad at it? Because what you do at first will probably be crap. But hey, crap makes good compost. On that mic drop, I'm gonna go to the BRB screen and eat these tacos. I am very hungry. Alright. Have some Hekawakis. All right. I have found a handful more direct affirmations. We're going to start off powerfully. Asking for help is a sign of self-respect and self-awareness. Changing your mind is a strength, not a weakness. It's also very difficult to do. Every decision you make is informed by your whole and inarguable existence and experience. You are allowed to ask for both what you want and what you need. You're in charge of how you feel. And even if you can't feel happy all the time, you still have a choice in the matter. Good job, Puzzle, for asking for what you want and need. You might be asking from the wrong source, because I cannot provide you either of those. But I believe in you. You are more than your circumstances dictate. Every day we are learning. Every day. It's okay to make mistakes. I don't have a tarot deck. I do have an oracle deck. But that's a little different. That's more like the love child of a tarot deck and a magic 8-ball. You can hold two opposing feelings at once. It means you're processing. You have come further than you would have ever thought possible. And you'll keep going. One of the affirmations on this page is, I respect the cycle of the seasons. What does that mean? Letting go creates space for opportunities to come. Your life is not a race or a competition. Your perspective is unique and important. Of course, 79 is lightly incorrect. My pleasure does not require someone else's pain. I mean, mine doesn't, but I kinda need someone. Hello, Missile. I'm not good at this, but you know what? There's one of the ones about learning. Yeah, I've come further than I would have ever thought possible, and I'm learning along the way. It's very true right now. Saying no is an act of self-affirmation, too. There can be growth in stillness. There is something in this world that only you can do. That is why you're here. There is room for you at the table. When you focus on your reason for being, you are infinitely brave. When you talk to yourself as you would a friend, you can see all of your best qualities and allow yourself to shine. Remember, if you claim that you're self-aware, but the only things that you're self-aware about are your flaws, then all you've done is repackage your self-hate. And in order to be actually self-aware, you'll need to acknowledge your strengths, the things that you're good at, the things that are likable, alongside the things that you wish you could change. Your body is worthy of being cared for, looking good. You are a creature after all. And sometimes thinking of ourselves as zoo animals can help. Don't even have to like yourself in order to do it. It's just something to be done. It's just something that's worth doing. Because you're worth doing. Eyebrow wiggle. Remember too that while the world can be harsh sometimes, people are good by nature. When you sneeze in public, strangers will say bless you, even though they don't know you. You can ask for directions on the street, and people will show you the way. Even if they don't have anything to gain, even if you're actively an inconvenience to them, they'll still point you in the right direction. In the theater, if you have to get past someone, they'll squeeze their legs against the chair so you don't have to hop over them. People hold the door open for someone behind them. Ask what floor you're heading to when you enter an elevator. You send people photos of things that remind them of each other. Ask if anyone else wants a coffee because they're going to get one and might as well, right? People will laugh at jokes that they don't find funny because they appreciate that you're telling them a joke. They'll listen to kids talk for hours about absolute nonsense. And if they notice that you've dropped something, they'll let you know that your keys fell out of your pocket. And every little gesture, they may be strangers, but every little gesture, every little connection it's a reminder that we're here. If you need to cry, it's good for you. Drink some water, have a salty snack. You are appreciated, whether you like it or not. I can't point to everyone who has ever tuned in, but, you know. I can heck a see point. Life is hard. Life is really hard. wish I could make things easier. And I can never quite tell when the right place is to be real gonna get ourselves in a crying loop. Happy April Fool's streamer cry loop. And this helps with your morale. Everybody hit this up. Ooh. The affirmations that might make myself cry, that just does, I swear. It just does. It's okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna read this. I can't think of how to rephrase it, so I can't, this doesn't have a script. Finished book series, so I feel weird. Sometimes things are so much, and it's hard to deal on your own. You know you need to talk about it, but you don't want to be a bummer. So many places are against trauma dumping, are trying to be an escapist place, have a good positive vibe that could be brought down. So instead, you wait for permission. But sometimes, even if you know you have supportive friends, it can feel like asking for that permission would just be fishing. And they're all going through their own shit, so it feels wrong to bait them into spending energy on your problems too. So you don't ask for permission to vent, and so you don't get permission to vent, and so you don't vent, and the pressure builds, and your issues distract and cloud your mind. And that sucks. Wait. Oh gosh, we're gonna pause. Yeah, pause. I'm being emotional. Twitch. Whatever issues it is that you're going through, they really do end up such a distraction. And I cannot offer myself for everyone. I barely have enough bandwidth for myself and the people that I reach out to. But I hope there's at least one person that you can go to. One person that feels safe to go to and say, I'm having a rough time. And they can respond, want to talk about it? And you can just barf it all out. And then they can just be like, yeah, that sucks. And maybe realizing that they're there. Even with their own shit. It's the warmth that I mentioned earlier. That if you're able to offering that warmth, can just be that little extra push to help them clear out their brain. That and that processing, confronting the feelings, actually feeling them. It's needed. I worry so much for people. Because so many of us are so anxious about inconveniencing or burdening people. That we end up clouding our own minds with the things that we're not talking about. And I'm stuck, conflicted between not wanting to be a blubbering mess so that I can actually say words, and also feeling all the feelings. Being a person is complicated. No, I'm not. Oh, fat of anxiety in your cranium. Yeah. 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 Sleep well. once again. Yeah. All y'all dorks enrich my life, so. A penny. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you some BRB screens. And get you some walkies. While the rest of the ads play. Ah! Oh, hello. Hello. Apologies for the ad break. I'm off right from a muff. Doing some Apex leggings. Have some hecka walkies. I hope your Apexing was good. I am not super great at the ASMRs, but I'm trying to have thoughtful thinks and not cry too much. Bug. With a brief aside, ad break for eating my tacos. Because they've been in front of me. While I say that, you know, your friends, they do like you. The people who spend time with you want to be there. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to have messy, ugly emotions. Your friends will still like you, even if you annoy the crap out of them. It happens sometimes. By nature of living a life where you can be connected to the internet, you are living a life that your ancestors would be reassured by. The that you have access to power, to water, where you may be able to take care of a beloved pet. that you can learn that not only are there all the creatures that you've seen with your own two eyes, but there's so many more that you haven't. Tiny frogs in Madagascar. Whales large enough that a full-grown person can walk through their heart. Fish that enjoy scritches. How can you be sad when horseshoe crabs exist? Exactly. I'm gonna pull over a video actually. Don't feel sad, having good energy to be happy. Yeah. And it's okay to be sad. It's okay to give yourself the space to be upset or to express that things suck right now. You're allowed to be a person. Alright. Let's turn this off and hit play.
Okay, bring it around town. Hi, Purple. I'm Laura. I'll be your doctor today. Thank you so much for joining us here today on this, the day of their annual examinations. Can I pet that dog? Horseshoe crab. Stay with us because we love you. She's gonna give you some water. Splish splash, she was taking a bath. Meow. We're soaring, flying. Okay, stop throwing that around. You're not upside down. Good job. Gentle massage. Our 3D membrane looks real nice. Can I look in your eye holes? All right, you gotta be cool. This looks very nice. Yeah, beautiful. Sorry, did I say it too loudly? I'm gonna do rads now, so you guys are gonna step out. If you were a crab, what kind of crab would you be? I don't know. Not thinking he's going anywhere fast, but you know. He said, I'm an athlete. Lay down flat. Yoo-hoo! Tum-tum time. Throwing it back. I'm just trying to see all the leggies. And then you're all done. See, that was so speedy quick. And you were so brave. If you wanted tummy rubs, I'd give them to you, but it doesn't seem like your vibe. And I believe that is everyone. 12 out of 10.
Beautiful. We live on a planet where horseshoe crabs are real. Oh, yay, sorry. Yes, but obligatory. Okay, if you need to raid and run, I totally understand. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's kind of the whole point of everything, right? Everything is so big and meaningless that the only thing that matters is that we're experiencing all of that. We get the chance to live life. To any raiders that came in with Kira, Same thing to you guys. If you need a rated run, please take care of yourself. As I have a horrible hacking cough. Hey, if you're wanting to stick around, hi, hello. My name is Hecka Centipede Cat VTuber. Currently in my monster girl form. I am probably going to completely redraw this model. Because the original way that I had it all set up is a bit jank. And I just need to start. Hello, Toku. Normally, you can find me doing art or video games, getting head pats, making noises. Today, we are doing weirdly specific affirmations. Hey, you should get bubbles. Like, just one of those little, cheap little bubble packs. And blow some bubbles. Woo! Thank you for sleeping. That indignation noise was me putting my hand in some sour cream. Which, you know, I am elegant and graceful. And I always know where I am putting my limbs. Even though there's so many of them. What? Let's see. You have to trust who you're becoming. You are not the same person you were a year ago. Allow yourself to continue to grow and evolve. Your strengths will become even stronger. Your soul even more beautiful. You are magic. That will take me a second. I might have just taken a bite of taco. Scorn and punishment make for weak motivators. Practice is a habit hard to form when mistakes are met with blood. Beyond all that, remember, you'll need more than little treats in order to survive. But you do need the treats. Your emotions are like one of the lights on your car's dash. When one of them turns on, it means you need to check under the hood and fix them. It's not bad that the light turned on, per se, and it doesn't always mean something is broken. But what is toxic, dangerous, and likely to break something is when you let that light stay on, pretending it's normal, until your brake fluid finally fails and you crash into someone, or your engine overheats, or your air conditioner breaks and you die of heat stroke. Feel jealous. Feel anger. Just don't let it fester. You need to look inside of yourself. Find out why you're feeling the way you are. And bring yourself to a satisfied, stable state of mind. It doesn't really matter anything from philosophy to therapy to just talking to a friend. But if you do something with those feelings, they'll actually go away. In fact, yeah, here's another one that I've referenced, but not read directly. The end goal is not, oh, my close friends aren't annoyed by me and it's all in my head. They're my friends and they love me. It's, sometimes I do annoy my close friends, just as the people I love most will also annoy me sometimes, because this is normal, and we will continue to stay friends, and they're not going to want to immediately cut me out of their life if I do something annoying once in a while. You should be allowed to be annoying, or inconvenient, or self-centered, because paradoxically, I find that the people who are most frightened of being that are the ones who end up having some of the biggest issues. Because they don't talk about their issues until they can't do anything about it. Don't worry, I'm deeply calling myself out as well with all of this. This whole idea is motivated from the amount of times I've repeated myself to myself, to the people that I care about, to on stream, just whatever. And I figure, why not say all these things in a lightly soothing voice? Humanity good. Yeah, okay. A couple more. From a post on Ask Reddit, directed at people who are over 40 and happy with their lives, what their advice was to people in their 20s. The advice that was screenshotted, that was shared. Everyone is focused on themselves to care too much about their opinion of you. So fuck what they think. Most people are far more concerned with themselves, with their own issues, to really bother with you. And when you think about it in that way, when I think about it in this way, I realize just how fucking weird it is to obsess over someone in the way that my anxiety tells me that people obsess over me and my flaws. People just don't fucking do that. Like, to the point where, like, I did an experiment with myself. Poor sample size, I know, but it was just a case study. And this was back in college. I was really, really, like every single day, the wind would tousle my hair. I would have spent like a good amount of time making sure that it laid just right. And I was so like distraught whenever the wind would move it, like would move some strands around or whatever. There was one door in particular that I would go through that it just the air pressure from the building and outside made a huge wind tunnel. So I could not get through that doorway unscathed. And one day I realized, wait a second, do I ever notice if someone's hair is lightly messed up from the wind? And I actually put some effort into it. I tried to pay attention to the people around me and to see when their hair was messed up, not to judge them, just to see if I could even notice it. And what I realized is, even when I was very deliberately trying, I still missed it so much of the time. After a few days, I gave up on the experiment because I had proved to myself that the people that are going to be concerned with it have their own issues. And I don't need to make their issues my issues. You don't need to make someone else's issues your issues. Someone who has a problem with you, and the problems that they have with you say more about them than it does you. Keep sight of the hobbies that you've enjoyed as you've grown up. Holding on to those in some way, shape, or form will help you live as you grow. Do not be a doormat in submission, but hold the door open in kindness. Being obedient is different from giving your agency to someone that doesn't care. I like this post. One time a friend told me that if she wanted to have a chill night, she would come to me and ask for tea and a book to read. I didn't like tea at the time, but I always made sure my cupboards had them in case she needed a quiet night. One time I told my boss that I loved oranges, but couldn't peel them because of my nails. For a year, he made sure to peel me one at least once a week. Once, my friends gave me a made-up superlative of most likely to have a pen they could borrow, and ever since I've made sure I always carry a pen with me. A long time ago, my high school librarian told me that no one would care what my grade in my sophomore chemistry class was if I'm bringing them donuts and asking them about their day. Sometimes friendship is about carrying pens and peeling oranges, but the point is surrounding yourself with people who you want to do the little things for. The point of it all is bringing in the donuts because you found the people who deserve the donuts. I'm lucky, and I don't always say it or even think it. Because I have friends who send me letters and who told me when the cafeteria at work had chopped tomatoes and who want to watch Scream with me, and it just hits me sometimes that this world can do the ugliest things to people. But as long as I still have a friend who will point out dogs on the sidewalks to me, then I have something amazing to live for. As long as I have pals who I want to make peppermint bark for, then I have a reason to keep pushing this world to be better. One that might hit a little hard. That, the trauma made you kind. Fuck that. No. I am kind because I cannot allow anyone to go through what I did. I am soft because I chose to be. Trauma made me scared, angry, and vulnerable. I made myself kind. And then from a book, Oathbringer. 10 spears go to battle, he whispered, and 9 shatter. Did the war forge the one that remained? No, Amaram. All the war did was identify the spear that would not break. I'm glad that you guys are here. And have decided kindness. The experiences, the tough experiences that any of us have gone through. You could have chosen to be different, but I'm glad you chose this. You are a normal guy. You can walk through the entryway. You are a normal guy. You know what it means to be human. You are a normal guy. You know what it means to be you. Ah, another one. One that I've kept very close to my heart. My peace is more important than sometimes I find myself reacting to something that doesn't really deserve my energy. Or maybe it does deserve my energy, but not in the way that I'm applying my energy. And sometimes I just have to remind myself my peace is more important than whatever this reaction is. I realized this a couple years back now. I had been trying to help this guy with an art thing, and he wasn't getting it. My explanation was decent. I was really frustrated. And this got to the point where I had been multitasking at work. And so I was driving home and I was so mad. I was angry. And all of a sudden it hit me. Like, yeah, it's frustrating that this guy didn't get it. But like, why was I giving him the power to ruin my day? Like, I would have been irritated, frustrated, regardless. But I realized that I was feeding it my own frustration. I was reinforcing it. I was working myself up to be more mad, to be more upset, to be more frustrated. And I realized I didn't need to do that. I could just stop thinking about it. I could take a deep breath and instead of brooding on how annoying this guy was, accepting that he's annoying and obtuse, and that I don't have to help him. Hello, Zara. Oh, you'll have to press the button with the redeem in order to have a button count. Yay, good job. At the risk of sounding sarcastic, but meaning this genuinely from the bottom of my heart, look at you, doing such a good job interacting with the silly things that I've set up for folks to interact with. It makes me very happy to see those things getting used and interacted with. Even if it is a little embarrassing to have all of my ads looked through. My confidence is a hidden one. We do have, I believe, I put together a page where I have all of my commands. Thought I did. Authentication code. Yeah, do a little sniffer. Oh, I see. That's why I don't have it linked anywhere yet. Eventually, I will have a commands list on my card. Currently, do not have that set up. Sorry, y'all. I've had a gunk in the bottom of my lungs. I've been trying to get it through. All right, another thoughtful thing. I'm pretending all the time to be kinder, stronger, funnier, more sociable than I am. I guess we're all like that, but it just feels so inadequate. And the reply, what's the difference? I know it sounds flippant, but certain things are fundamentally performative, and other things are so close as it makes no difference. Kindness is performative. Actions are kind, and people are kind by performing those actions. You can't pretend to be kinder than you are. You can only perform kindness or not perform kindness. And choosing to perform kindness is always worthwhile, no matter how much you may second-guess your motivations. Strength is so many things. It takes strength to pretend a strength you don't feel. And the way to achieve strength is to exercise it. So as long as you do it in enough moderation to not strain or break anything, being able to affect strength when necessary while being able to put it down again when that in turn is necessary is healthy. Everyone starts weight training with the littlest weights. It's not fake or pretending to do what you gotta do in any given situation. Funniness lives in the interlocutor, not in the speaker. It doesn't matter how funny you think you are or think you're pretending to be. That's not how it's measured. At what point are you pretending to be a musician if the music still gets made? And often, what it's tempting to describe in first person as pretending is more accurately described in the third person as practicing, which of course is the way you cause things to be. Sociability is also performative. Pretending to be sociable is just being sociable, despite a disinclination towards it. It's making an effort towards something you value. So as long as the effort is not so great that it backfires into resentment, there is no practical difference. And qualities or activities or whatever are no less worthy because you have to actively choose to perform them. If anything, the worthiness lies in the act of choosing. It's not pretending, it's agency. Ain't nothing wrong with fake it till you make it. A plastic spoon holds just as much soup as a real one. Can kindness perform you? Probably. Mm. Kindness is often mistaken for softness, and let me tell you, friends, that is a mistake you don't want to make. Kind people are not born that way. They do not stumble into it. Kind people are forged in fire and darkness and imploding stars. They have steel cores. Throw a punch and you're going to break your hand. Kind people are kind because they know firsthand that life isn't. Kind people are those who have suffered and lived. Bitter people are those who have suffered and lost themselves. Those who take advantage of kindness are those who have yet to suffer at all. I don't know if I agree with that last one, but yeah. Monsters consent. Monsters are fictional. Fictional characters can always consent. Because there's nothing, like, they are consent neutral. Fantasy is consent neutral. Don't mind my hairballs. Beans stretching. Oh. Yeah. I think that's about all I got in me. Let's go find someone to share the love with, yeah? I know exactly who we're going to go say hi, hello to. It will probably be very, very different energy than what we've got right now. We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Pasta. Y'all are lovely. Thank you so much for being here. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Approximately like that. Very soft. The fingies hitting the palm. But on this note, yes. Thank you to everyone for being here. Putting up with my being emotional, my philosophical tangents. Ah. Y'all are great. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and do the I currently only have the Ko-Fi, the stickers on the Ko-Fi. I do have plans to do fourth wall stuff. Spoon. But yes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I will see you soon. I scheduled a thing with people to, or I, not with people, with, I scheduled a thing for tomorrow. I might change that from, like, art, like, from karaoke to art, because of my coughing. I'd rather not hack up a lung. Oh, we will see. Bye-bye.